We're going full glam on a budget. I pulled a bunch of drugstore products that I didn't use in my last drugstore full glam so that you can see some new ones. Sneak peek, this is how good it's about to get. Let's get into it. I already do have one glowy product on my face from when I skin prepped, and that is the Loreal Lumi Glotion. So beautiful under makeup or by itself. I'm going to take my LA Girl Slim Shady Brow Pens to structure out these brows a good bit. For brow gel, we're using the NYX Brow Glue. This one gives you the most sticky, laminated looking eyebrows. They will not move all day. This product is going to be new for me. I have never put this on my face. If you're getting my first time review, this is the Maybelline Superstay 30-Hour Wear Foundation. I picked up the shade 125. I get so many questions about the brushes I'm using. One of my favorite affordable brush brands is this brand Jessup Beauty, which is from Amazon. Okay, coverage. Wow, that is flawless. Definitely going to be more of like your full glam foundation. I've been using the L'Oreal Pro Glow a ton, which I love, but this one is like full beat. To bring some definition back to the face, we're going to do a little stick bronzer, and this one's from Morphe. I'm using this shade Sudden Heat, and I know this isn't technically one you can buy at the drugstore, but it's definitely in that price range. This stick retails for $15. Blend it out with a Jessup Beauty brush from a different collection. Taking my L'Oreal Dewy Liquid Blush in the shade Glowy True Rose, just tapping that in right above where I put that cream bronzer. The skin is skinning, and as I look at this foundation up close, this is one of those foundations that is going to last you through anything. You can just tell. For concealer, I'm going with Beauty. This is a brand that has pleasantly surprised me. I just made a video using only these products and I'm obsessed. Essentially, this brand just kind of dupes high-end products, and I don't know where my sponge is, so I'm using a brush, even though y'all know I am a sponge girl when it comes to concealer. I'm taking my L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection. It has to be the best drugstore loose powder on the market, and I just use it in the under eye area. Look how bright and smooth. I only use it there because for the rest of my face, I like a pressed powder. Yes, this looks a lot like a high-end powder that I'm obsessed with, but this is the Beauty. Using shade 2 on a fluffy Jessup Beauty brush all over the face. Literally, it's perfect. For powder bronzer, we're using NYX Buttermelt. Taking the shade Butter Biscuit, I'm just gonna do these light little flicking motions only where I put the cream. And I'm mixing in tapping motions as well. The one thing you don't want to do, pick up a ton of powder bronzer and start swirling it all over your face. You want to place it very strategically. Yeah, NYX killed it with this formulation. Powder blush, I'm going to take this L'Oreal Infallible. This is in the shade Fearless Coral. Basically, every single thing from this line is amazing. I have not yet tried this blush, but I'm sure I'm going to love it. Wow. I'm gonna have to go back with my powder and soften just a little bit right here. My face doesn't even look real right now. I'm gonna take just the smallest amount of this Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso and place it strategically as a highlight. Let's move on to the eyes. LA Girl Pro Concealer. It's literally like $3. Use this brush to carve out the brush. Setting the eyelids in place once more with this powder. For eyes, I'm gonna be using my Morphe palettes again. I got a ton of questions on these, and they will be releasing in June. Starting out with a pretty rosy brown shade and just building that up to make a transition shade. Then taking the next deepest shade even more into the crease. Smoking out the lower lash line a bit. Over to the more bronzy palette and grabbing a deep brown. Focusing this only in the outer corner. I've been loving an all over shimmer vibe, so I'm actually going to take this really fun purpley pink color, place it beginning in the lid and letting it diffuse out. Then back in the bronze palette just to warm things up a little bit. Oh my gosh. This is the one drugstore product I'm not going to use just because I need to put it on. Making like a shimmery burgundy liner, which I'm sure there will be one from the drugstore, but like this look just needed that. For mascara, we're going L'Oreal Voluminous. Need I explain why? Popping on an Ardell 420 lash that I cut in half on the outside of my lashes. Back with my bronzer, slightly intensify this nose contour. For lips, let me put y'all on. If you have not reached for any products from Catrice yet, please let this be your first one. This is the Catrice Lip Artist. It is a dual-ended product. Just let me show you. It's in the shade Best Friends Forever. Look how creamy. Taking the other side, which perfectly goes with the liner, just blending them together. Topping this off with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Moon. Literally stunning. Now that the lashes have fully dried, I'm gonna blend with another layer of mascara. By the way, these come in so many other shades. Finish off with L'Oreal Setting Spray. And that is another full glam using only drugstore products besides the one eyeliner. Don't know how much I love seeing when y'all recreate my looks, so tag me if you try it.